Loved ones, when I tell you that the year 2023 was a year of puzzles and money for me, oh my gosh. And this is why it's important to pay attention to the signs, symbols, and synchronicities that your guides are sending out, trying to, communicate with you. Okay, so the very beginning of the year, one of my friends, I'm talking about January 1st, one of my friends was very upset about her finances, okay? And very upset. And there was absolutely nothing I could say or do to help. I tried. At the end of the year, another friend had some things going on with their finances. And there was nothing else that I could do to help. And ultimately, in the end, that friendship sort of seems to me dissolved, okay? And so that all left me very puzzled. Now, I understand that not everyone wants your help. I understand that not everyone wants to be helped. And I understand that sometimes people just have to figure it out and help themselves, okay? I learned that the hard way a few times. Even though I know the answers, folks don't always want to know the answers from me, okay? So that goes back to what I talk about when I say connecting with your higher consciousness, your soul, because your soul knows. And the sign and synchronicity that my soul was giving me was to just stop, okay? Just fall back, stop, let these people, figure the thing out for themselves. On top of that, I also received 3 puzzles as gifts. One was a gift with purchase, and the other 2 were actual gifts that were picked out and given to me. So it dawned on me that I had not put a puzzle together in a gazillion years, at least 10 years. So I thought it was interesting that in 1 year I received these 3 puzzles, which I consider another sign, synchronicity, and symbol. Now, granted, at the beginning of the year, we're talking with the one friend, and at the end of the year, speaking with the other friend, it didn't even click to me that there was a sign or a symbol or synchronicity. Now, sprinkled between those 2 things, and these were big deals because we're talking about the first of the year with that energy. We're talking about the end of the year with that same energy. And then sprinkled in there, I received these 3 puzzles as gifts. And also, like I said, it was a money year. So it wasn't just about people being concerned about their finances, but it was also, we had a couple of projects going on, at the house. I needed a new stove, fixing the garage. And then people needed help with some money, that kind of thing. But then on top of that, I also received help with money by way of my student loan being forgiven. Now, I didn't expect it at all because I don't expect any type of help. I've been paying this loan forever, okay? I've been paying it forever. And I was just like, I knew that there were rumblings about forgiveness and stuff. And I was like, okay, I probably, don't fall in the category to be fully forgiven. And I remember them saying, oh, you get a certain amount of money. Some people will get this, some people will get that. And I just didn't expect really anything. Honestly, I expected to still be paying that loan off, okay? And so there's the money thing. But what I did, and without holding any type of attachment. And I'm kind of just riffing here today about signs and symbols. There are a whole bunch of other signs and symbols and messages sprinkled throughout the year, but these were like two big ones, okay, that I just wanted to share with you. And I also want to share the other part is I just had a conversation with my master teacher. Yeshua, Jesus Christ is my master teacher that I commune with. And I just said, hey, look, like, I've been paying this off for decades. I've been paying this loan for decades. And if it's all the same to you, go ahead and pay it for me, please. Just pay it. Just pay it for me. And I said that, and I said, please and thank you. Pay this bill. And I left it, because the thing that we have to understand is we always have help. We are never alone. And a lot of us go through this life without asking for help. Our guides and guardians and spirit team and team of light, they cannot step in without us asking, because they can't interfere with free will, okay? So I went on and asked, and it was received. Now, there are a lot of times when you ask for things and it doesn't come, or it doesn't come the way you expect it. Here's the thing. Release the attachment on the request. You ask it and you move on, because what happens is you're going to get what you want or better. It's not going to necessarily look the way you expected it. And for me, it looked the way I didn't really expect anything, honestly. In fact, I got a letter advising me that I was still to make payments on this student loan. So it was after everything was said and done, I was like, oh, okay, I still have to continue making payments on this student loan. But then a couple days later, I would say 4 days later, I got another notification that it was forgiven. And I was like that. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wait a minute. And I had to reread it. I put on glasses. I called my husband into the room, and I was like, and he was like, yeah, I mean, what's wrong with you? He was saying, like, it says what it says. What's your problem? And I'm like, I'm not sure that it's clear. Let me see it. Am I reading that right? What does that word mean? And so that was huge for me. That was huge, because I literally just was like, and this is why I'm sharing this with you guys. I've had some experiences that I'm going to be sharing. I have to wait before I can share. I check in and say, is it okay to share this yet? And I'll get an answer, yes or no, just hold off, whatever. But I am sharing the magic and the power that we have when we just simply check in with ourselves, build a connection, and communicate with our spirit team, our guides, guardians, our angels, our inner self, our higher knowing. But yeah, it was just, and I just figured, let me just share this, because a lot of times I'll share things and I may not necessarily tell you my own experience. This is a very recent experience. In fact, I think it was it October when I got the notification, and I was like, what? Those people who say, I never win anything. That's kind of how I felt in that moment, because it was just so huge. And then at that moment too, it clicked that, oh, this is a money year. And I feel like, honestly, for many people who are open to it and who are ready for it, this at that time, what I was experiencing was really a precursor of the rumblings of, for what's to come in the coming months, which means 2024, this year. And I truly believe this is the year of 8. 8 is an abundance money number. And if people are open and really dig in and sort of relax into it and sort of play with it and approach things with more amusement, they're going to reap benefit in that way. Now, that is my true belief. And there's no reason to think otherwise. And a lot of people will be like, well, what if this and what if that? Well, you have to remember there are lots of what ifs, and you have to be careful about talking about what if and then follow that with the thing that you don't want to happen. Instead, replace that what if with the things you do want to happen. Every day after my prayer and meditation, I go into, and I've told you guys about the light bubble and the pure divine unconditional love bubble, and sending that out to not just the world, but to one and all in all of the multiverses or whatever's out in the ethers. And then when I'm in that space, I come into a spirit of gratitude. Gratitude is another high vibrational frequency. So when you stay in the spirit of gratitude and the spirit of pure divine unconditional love, even if you feel like you're not completely in the unconditional love space, but that is your quest, it still resonates with that frequency. If that is what you are working towards and you are moving towards, it still resonates with that frequency. And when you are in those frequencies and you also go into a space of, wouldn't it be nice if, and you start listing all the things, just say to start the day, wouldn't it be nice if I had a wonderful day filled with celebration, abundance, lots of laughter? Wouldn't it be nice if I, found some money, or, just all of the things, and then you release resistance on it and watch how your day unfolds. It is literal magic. Literal magic. I'm here to tell you. All right. Anyway, I just wanted to step in here, do a little bit of riff. I know I rambled a little bit, but signs, symbols, and synchronicities. Always bet on the universe having your back. Always bet on your angels. Always bet on your higher self. Okay, always know that it is all about your highest good and the highest good of all. So always bet on that and seek out evidence that you are connected, that you are protected, and that you are surrounded with a continuum of pure divine unconditional love and support. Okay, and with all of that, dreams come true. They turn into the physical reality. All right, enough said. I will talk to you in the next video. Live simply and be kind.